Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. I woke up in Cody, Wyoming today, and I have to say yesterday getting here was a bit melodramatic. I was driving along, it was sunny, it was windy, it was then rainy, it was then sunny, it was then windy, it was then rainy, and then the sky opened up and it was beautiful. And then I pulled into Cody and well, it looked like this. Yeah, I think you can see it got real dark here. And then the sky just opened up and just poured for a while. That subsided long enough for me to go to sleep and feel a little bit better about myself. But today and tomorrow, we're gonna be kind of hubbing out of this Walmart. I have a couple things I wanna do in this area, and then tomorrow we're going to go into Yellowstone. But there's some things I need to do before that, so let's get life together this morning. Already made the bed and got everything in like driving mode. I just need to move these things up to the front. The front is a bit more of a question mark. I had to lean through last night to get on the opposite side over here, so I just kind of stacked everything up. I needed this bag, which has my trash bags in it, and it was pouring down rain, so I couldn't get out. So I had to like lean over and precariously pull things, and so now I just need to reorganize everything. And I am gonna go ahead and pull out a couple extra trash bags. Okay, I keep them like right in here. So I'm just gonna pull out, I think a couple. Ooh, I'll go ahead and put on my regular shoes too. Today's gonna be an adventure-filled day. I'm going to a museum here that last time I was here was not available. And then, because I'm not gonna have service for a couple days, I'm going to go and try to find some Wi-Fi because I have a couple bills I need to pay. So, if I can get that done, I'll be able to be out in the middle of nowhere for a while. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. Let's pull these down. You can see there are still a lot of rigs here this morning. This is the Cody, Wyoming Walmart. Now the reason it's considered to be one of the best Walmarts is because it is into the gateway into Yellowstone. So a lot of people come here and they overnight. They don't mind if you overnight as long as you clean up after yourself. They have tons of trash cans everywhere. They encourage people to not fully move in and sit outside or anything, obviously. But this is one that's still available to us, so let's do right by this one to keep it here, because hundreds upon hundreds of people count on this place every single night before going to the national park. With that said, both of these are down. I have a couple more things to move around, and then we can get started on our day. Let's get this day going. Oh my goodness gracious. Yesterday was a good day, but it was kind of a weird day. I woke up super tired and I was like, ugh. So I went to go get coffee, and then I ended up working for a while, only to go to an event that turned into a less than exciting event. And normally those kind of days super bum me out, but yesterday I kind of needed that just like reprieve, I think, because I was just exhausted. Amongst that, however, somehow, because I was not braining on a super high level because I was tired, I forgot to pay my bill. So I do have to go do that. It's not like a question of, oh, I could just put it off. No, it needs to be done before the weekend because, weekends make everything a little weird. So I'm going to go ahead and accomplish my goal of going to this museum first. Now, this museum that I'm going to today is one that I wanted to go to the last time that I was here. However, this place gets pretty packed. And then on top of that, they were doing a special event. So I was like, I'm not even gonna be able to look at half the museum. So I have since researched, found out that it's a regular day in Cody today. And so I'm gonna go to the museum. And I am so psyched about this one. This one is a really big museum. There are several smaller museums here, but this one is one of the big ones. So, oh yeah, I forgot something. This came off. It's just Velcro, so I'm sure that the Velcro is just, meeting its maker. It seems pretty gooey, and so I think it's just because it's been so hot. So I'm just going to push that in really good, and then as I remove this, push it in some more. The Velcro just does not fare well with extreme heat. I mean, we kind of knew this from before whenever I tried my curtain with the thing. Speaking of which, the curtain's doing fine. But yeah, this is a new challenge to be had. So as I'm taking this down, I'm just going to continue to kind of pull it down and then press it in really good. Okay, I think everything is good now, except one thing. I still need a song for the day, and I think on behalf of yesterday's white knuckle driving, where the winds were like 55 miles per hour to 60 miles per hour, I am going to use the song Slow Ride by Foghat, because that was the slowest 60 miles of my life. That was the most stressful 60 miles. Actually, probably not the most stressful, but pretty stressful when you have people on a 2-lane road get very angry because you're going the speed limit and they want to go 80. And then you see them pass and their vehicle just shifts almost into yours. Slow Ride by Foghat is definitely a good one for me today. I'm going to take it slow, maybe without the white knuckles this time. I should only be about a mile away in this direction, and it's going to be up here on the left-hand side as I leave the Walmart. This is a huge museum. So coming here is a little harder than I thought it would be, not because of the museum itself, but because of what is going on in town. Now you guys know I post on a bit of a delay. I'm here during July 4th. I did not anticipate what I am seeing, however, which is insane. They have like half of Cody, Wyoming, like marked off because they're about to do this big parade, which I believe is lining up right now. I'm gonna go check that out first, and then I'll go to the museum, but I am confused. That was incredible. I wasn't expecting it to be such a thing. So now that I know that it's such a thing, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and spend the 4th just celebrating here in Cody, and I will share with you guys that on my next video. I know it will be far removed from the 4th of July, but this is too incredible not to share with you guys, and the parade itself lasts forever. So I have several clips from that I will share on the next video, as well as anything I find that is the 4th of July related. My channel is always about a resource, so you guys can learn about what's available, so you can make choices and travel decisions and stuff like that. So I'm hoping this helps you if you are interested in finding a cool place to come for the 4th, but for now, I'm gonna go to the museum like I had planned initially today. I may not make it to the coffee shop. Tomorrow may have to be the coffee shop day. I may go to Yellowstone a day later, because this is just too incredible, too incredible. Okay, I just finished up at the museum for today. Let me explain. I went in there to do a video, and I got in there and realized that there's no way that I could do a video. There are like 8 museums in that one center. So I went until I couldn't go anymore. I ran until my wheels fell off, and I went through the Buffalo Bill Museum and also the Draper Nature area, and in those 2 areas I was just so blown away. But there was one other section that I definitely wanted to talk about, and it's the Plains Indian Museum. However, my brain could not brain anymore by the time that I got there, because it's just so big. So $23 gets you admission, as I almost die, to the museum for 2 days. Moral of the story, I got my patches. I'll be back tomorrow when my brain is not so tired. I mean, look at this place. That's just the front. And then the Draper and the Buffalo Bill are all on this side. But see where that tour bus is? There's a whole nother side over there. And as big as this section was, there's a section just as large at the back, and that's the Plains Indians. You know, when I set my sights on coming here, I was like, okay, I'm finally gonna go to this museum, and I was so excited. And then I got here and I was like, oh my gosh, this place is huge. I'm overwhelmed. I mean, they had a bald eagle. What? They had facts to know before you go to like Yellowstone about bear safety. They had so many critter environments. They had the whole story of Buffalo Bill. It's a lot. It's a lot in there, guys. So yeah, I'll be back. I will be back. So the coffee shop was closing. I stayed here for quite a while, and I have 2 videos that are almost finished uploading right now. So I'm waiting in the parking lot. And while I'm doing that, I decided I would work on my patches. I'm just trying to pass the time realistically. It's one of those things that, like, I know I'm not gonna have good reception when I'm in the park for sure, so I needed to get as much done as possible. On top of that though, I know that I'm likely not going to have another office day for a few days, so I wanted to get as many things as I could kind of complete. It's a full-time job, so you have to make do where you can, and I think a lot of people kind of mistake the fact that, like, there's so much that goes into having a YouTube channel whenever you put out as many videos as I do. I'm not a point, shoot, done kind of girl. I like to actually take the time to really put work into my videos, and because of that, unfortunately, that means that sometimes it takes me sacrificing my mornings or my evenings, or even sometimes that means that I have to sit at a coffee shop all day. And when doing so, it's not always the most of fun, but that means that I get what I would like to share with you guys up. And the brain wrinkles that I have along the way are far more important than me just being like, oh, here, let me do less. Oh, that was thunder. That was thunder. That was big thunder. So I pulled in with rain, and I guess we're gonna get some more this evening. Sounds like a great idea. But back to what I was saying, I like to put work into what I do because I want to share all of the things that are out there, which is why I push so hard to upload so many videos. I've mentioned before that I could do day in the life videos every day, or I could do day in the life videos every so often and just cram a whole bunch of stuff in there. And if you go back and you look at some of my earliest videos, I actually did that. I did more of a vlog style. But along the way, I started having people who would be like, oh, I didn't know about this. I wish I could have known a little bit more about it. And so I started to separate out the things like the museums and the events. And then it turned into this thing where I was just posting the places and not so much my journey of what I was doing. And then when I got in the van, people were like, I'd like to see what you're doing in the van. So there's a balance between what it is that I do for educational purposes and for recreational purposes, or for the validity of showing the van and my journey in it. So that's why I have so many videos, because realistically, I can show you a glimpse at the thing, and if you're really interested, you could go watch it. Or I could just show you glimpses and then not really do a good service to the places that I'm going. And I would prefer every single day of the week to be giving a good service to those places that are underrepresented. So I'm gonna work on this for a little bit so I can look at this and remember some of those places that I have been to now. And I have a few patches to go, but I only have a tiny bit of this. So I'm adding this to my Walmart list. And well, I was gonna go into Walmart tonight, but if it is pouring by the time I get there, we'll see how that goes. So as the rain started, there's also a rainbow. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh, this is so cool. You know, some days are filled with adventures and then they reward you with something amazing like this. In my opinion, these are the days that we cherish because they're giving us a sign of beauty. And, you know, not every day has to be a crazy day, although most of my days are crazy days. Today, for example, I went to the parade, I went to a museum. I'm gonna have to go back to the museum tomorrow because it's just too big. I woke up, I did the officing all day long, and any one of those things could have been a thing that most people would have been like, okay, I had a good day, but I fill my days every single day like that. And so it's always nice to, whenever you're kind of in the moment where you're just like, okay, I've worked for like so long and I'm literally so like scrambled egg brain, to look over and see something like that to bring you a refreshing, happy moment. I'm only going to one section of the museum tomorrow, so I think I could get that done by noon. And then I don't want to go into Yellowstone that late in the day. I want to kind of give myself some time because it's still kind of a haul over there. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to Walmart, I'm going to go to the museum. I may stop off at the Dollar Tree because they have cheaper snacks and just fill up a little care kit for myself, I guess. And then first thing the following morning, I will wake up and immediately hit the ground running. And I don't know, maybe I'll be able to swing in a couple of other things. We'll see. But today I gave myself the song of slow ride, take it easy. I didn't really take it that easy, guys. I stayed pretty busy. It's fine. It's fine. But today, this was my adventure path, and it was absolutely epic. And every single day that I get an opportunity to share my day with you guys, I hope that you enjoy coming along for the ride. I'm gonna be here for a bit. I still have about 6% left on this video, so I guess instead of keeping you guys waiting in the wings for me to finish up, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and well, this is what a day in my life normally looks like.